Welcome to the super fun game review podcast. Go Mega Ultra Between Review Show. Down. Alrighty, welcome to MUBRS. MUBRS. All right, guys. So we wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about kind of what's going on a little bit behind the scenes of the podcast. We're kicked Harry out.
Yeah.
No. So I think the biggest thing that we have going on right now is we're gearing up to go to Too Many Games. It's a convention in Oaks, Pennsylvania. If you're local to the area, we're going to try to be there all weekend, different times. You see us, the four of us, walking around at different times throughout the course of the weekend. It's the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, I believe.
And I should be there all 3 days.
Yeah, I'll be there 3 days as well.
Not the entirety of Saturday because I have an obligation. But,
as do I.
But I am going to try to be there all weekend.
Yeah, I think we all are. I think that was the plan, was for the three of us to kind of Ralph and I went last year. We had a blast. We met some really interesting people. I think this year we're a little bit bigger and we have more stuff that we could maybe take away from a weekend there. So, look for that stuff. On the other topic that we wanted to talk about, our Facebook page. We noticed that we're starting to have like a lot more downloads than we do likes on our Facebook page. And, it's fine if you're not into the whole social media thing. Like, you don't have to give our Facebook a like. But we have been trying to be more active, at least on Facebook, with something that Harry came up with.
And basically, we're trying out this happy hump day thing. I thought it'd be just keeping with the theme of our show. We try to keep it lighthearted. And sometimes there's like a disconnect when we only release on Sundays. That's like a really big time to reach our audience. So I thought, hey, why not midweek just throw something out there to get you guys involved? And we thought it would be a good way for people to kind of give feedback and contribute to the show without having to actually be on the show.
And like our a post that was up, I guess, 2 or 3 hump days ago at this point.
We're just going to call it hump days ago.
Yeah,
it's not Wednesday.
The hump day post.
Goes Tuesday, hump day, Thursday.
Yes, exactly. We have one on there where we're asking our fans to suggest a topic for MUBRS, and the most, comment on the post, most likes gets an episode dedicated to it. We'll cover that person posting it. We'll cover their question, and we'd like to do more stuff like this. Also, if you have suggestions for us, if you want to see more things from us, like we currently have plans to start having a bigger YouTube presence and start having a bigger Twitch presence. If there's things you would like to see from us, let us know. Like, we don't do, much advertising and things like that. So any kind of feedback that you guys can give us is like greatly, greatly appreciated. We've had some success with our Patreon donors, and we love you guys for everything.
We've had actually a pretty good turnout with Patreon. And like some people that really want us to dedicate some episodes and get some specific content out there.
Yeah, and that's awesome, and we're pumping that out for you guys. You've heard us open 2 boxes from this psychopath that keeps giving us terrible games to this psychopath that keeps giving us terrible games to review and filling my fucking bedroom with glitter.
Those are always unique episodes.
I love it.
Getting boxes.
I love it. It's very, very
interactive.
Ted Bundy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, just kidding, Bob. We appreciate it a lot, actually.
So I think what we're getting at is like we're hands down like trying to experiment with the show and like trying new ideas. Something that we're also trying to get into is possibly recording over the internet, as in getting third-party people involved with the show.
Right.
We aren't clearly there yet, but we are playing around with it, and we should have some content out in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah, like anytime you've heard a special guest, they've been in the room with us recording. And, we'd like to get more of our friends, or even, if we get to the point where we have it down pat, we could totally foresee hosting a contest where we, get one of you guys on to ask us live questions over a Discord for a little bit or something like that. You know what I mean? So, stuff like that to us is important, and we want to know like what you guys want too. Like we have some ideas. We want to see what you guys want more from us, and I think it'll be beneficial for everybody.
Yeah. No. I mean, if you have any interest in what we've talked about at all, just please reach out, and we'll give you all the details.
Speaking of details, how was your morning constitutional? I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
Jesus.
kidding. I'm not going to talk about poop.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
No.
But anyway, so it was a little runny.
Oh man. So did you see that they announced a new Fallout game recently?
I did. Fallout 69, 72, 76.
69.
I actually what I thought were there. So I know it's based on Vault 76 now, but
right.
I thought they were going to change. I guess the decade that they're stuck in. Like a lot of them are based on the 50s, correct?
Yes, I believe Vault 79 is 300 years, or 76. Sorry. It's supposed to be 300 years after the founding of America. So it's 1776. It's 2076 now.
Yeah.
And I think the first one takes place in the 50s. The 2050 in that area. So I think this is after. I think this is like the rebuilding of the world. Like it finally all has. It's an interesting concept. It's not what I want from Bethesda. I desperately want another Elder Scrolls game that isn't Elder Scrolls Online.
Got it. Now,
personally,
is this going to be a complete standalone, or is this kind of like a build off of Fallout 4?
It'll be a standalone, but it's not a numbered one. So like they had Fallout 3 and then they had Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I remember you guys talking about that.
And it pretty much used the mechanics of 3, but it was made by a different company, whereas this is actually Bethesda making it, so it could have a little more merit than Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas, the problem was how glitchy it was when it first came out.
Okay.
And it turned a lot of people off, myself included. They did some interesting things. They kind of took the mechanics further, and then they revamped it all with Fallout 4. So we'll see where this one goes. I don't know if it's going to be a full-on. It wouldn't be a new engine. It's probably going to use the Fallout 4 engine, but I would assume that it's going to be furthering certain aspects. I hope there's less base building, because God, that is just the least fun thing to do in Fallout 4.
Okay. So I know we were talking about computers and seeing if we can get the system hooked up online, but the next time you take a look at my computer, check the specs on it. I really am interested to see if I can run State of Decay 2.
Yes.
I mean, I've been waiting for that game for a while because I've done a lot of reading on it as well. Like, the things that irked me about the first one
are fixed in the second
are
one.
Fixed and done away with, a lot of those, or you can choose how the game functions.
So a little bit of backstory too about State of Decay, and it's actually funny that it's just me and you talking about this. I bought the game originally and was like, Harry, check this game out. You looked at it for like 10 minutes, walked into your room because we were living together at the time. You walked into your room, bought it, and then we were both sitting there and just like marathoning this game. And the only thing that we wanted out of it more was multiplayer, and that's in this one.
Well, there were other things that. Okay, let me talk about some of the things that bother me with the first one, if you don't mind.
There's still the persistent world and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I believe you could turn that off now.
There's an offline mode. You won't be able to play with your friends if you do that.
Yeah, but I mean, what I was really looking for was like the sandbox that doesn't come to like an end, or doesn't like force your hand in certain ways that this one did. Like the persistent world is, I think, the biggest issue from the last one. Like, you have everything on lockdown where everything's safe, you turn off the system for a half hour, and you come back, and everything's chaos.
So,
it's like shit just hit the fan for that 30 minutes you stepped away.
So they address that in this. It's not as chaotic when you step away for a period of time. There's certain things that are guarantees that won't go away, and they're like important things. But there's also like it takes like 40 in-game minutes to build things now and shit like that, where the other one was like kind of instantaneous. As soon as you had the pieces, it was like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
but it was like if I played safe and cautiously in the last one, it didn't reward you for that at all.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean? And it kind of gets irritating. Like if you picture base in this like awesome secluded area, they would still throw shit at you. You know what I mean? And it just like there was no, again, reward for picking the right place or doing the right actions. It just I don't know, fucked you up no matter what.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. That was always a shortcoming to that. Yeah, I've heard people just ranting and raving about how good this one is, and it's like everything that you hated from the first one gets stripped out, and the new one's just better. There's still some hinky bugs, but they said like they're forgivable. And I was reading somewhere there's like some quick reset where you don't lose anything, and it'll just undo the last 10 seconds.
Okay.
Or something like that. Like if you get stuck, like if you get glitched out, there's like an undo, so you don't lose everything from getting glitched out and having to.
Are there a lot of glitches in the game that they had to put this system into place?
No, but I think they did that because of how glitchy the first one was. I remember a few times I like glitched out with a character and I was like, they're dead, and I lost all the stuff on them, and I can't get to it. And I think they kind of are way more forgiving about that.
Okay.
So
I don't know. It was like it scratched this itch. It didn't, I don't know, go as far as I wanted it to in the last one. Like, and it was an awesome game. Don't get me wrong. It's just I want more, and I want more competition out there. This shouldn't be the only company making a zombie survival game like this. I feel like there's a lot of adaptation and new creative ideas out there to kind of polish this type of genre.
Well, so the thing is, the problem is that you're primarily only a console gamer.
True. Yeah.
The PC world has tons of games. Not necessarily exactly like this. Probably not as much polish, but like there's some really interesting stuff that like I wish you were more of a PC gamer. I would probably PC game more if I did. I have a really nice rig sitting over there that I most of the time that I've spent on that has been playing The Division.
I don't know. I'm just a little bit PC illiterate, so it's just not doesn't tend to be my thing. I like I don't want to have to worry about all these things and things getting outdated so quickly. It's
right.
Like, I don't have to worry about that with a console. It's built ready to go for that entire generation.
Yeah, and that's definitely 100% the appeal.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But State of Decay 2, if you can help me get that system up and running, hopefully, that is a PC game I don't think I can step away from, because I'm not buying an Xbone. It's not in the works.
Dude, you can get a like an Xbox One now for like $120.
I don't want to get it for one game though, because that's all I'd get it. And if I wanted to play online, I'd have to buy their membership, and getting out of the Xbox Live on the 360 was a pain in the dick. None of that sounds appealing to me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for MUBRS. Again, feedback. We want feedback from our listeners.
Yeah, the best thing you could do for us right now, like just so we can expand our reach, we're really hoping, and it's a free way to contribute to the show, share the page with your friends. Hopefully get us a couple likes. Like, that really goes a long way with like getting our message out there and trying to expose like who we are. It's a weird way to put it.
Yeah, that is a really weird. All right, well, I promise I won't expose myself to you guys.
Yeah.
I can't make promises for Harry
I'm not making no promises.
or Steve or Ralph.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, our Facebook page has all the links to all of our other bullshit. We have our Instagram. We have our
the
YouTube. The Instagram. And our Patreon. That's becoming more and more important to us, the Patreon stuff, because we're, if you know any of our Patreon donors, we're constantly putting, bonus content out there, and we constantly are emailing them this new bonus
We
content.
have quite a few bonus content files now. I think it's
Yeah.
up in the mid-30s at this
Yeah,
point.
so there's tons of stuff, and $1 a month gets you access to that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Awesome. I think we're good to wrap it up there, huh?
All right. Yep.
Yeah, yep. That's how it just cuts.